So challenges in the Tai Sui year is quite common. I remember, was it last year or sometime? We spoke about friends from Malaysia. I think I caused a great degree of harm, right? What happened then? Yes, Master, I just want to say a little bit more. So these friends during that year, the father and son, both of them also have the challenges in Tai Sui year. And Master guided us that for that year, we need to be more careful. We want to accumulate more merits. We have more kind deeds. And with Buddha and Bodhisattvas, their power and blessings, then to bless these people. So both he and the son, they offer lights during the Tai Sui year. And actually, after they make offerings, light offerings, 3 months later, they had an incident, as what Master mentioned. Actually, the son and the daughter-in-law stays with him. And for that day, the daughter-in-law had some problems and she went to her mother's place. And the son, usually at 11 p.m., usually he falls asleep. But for whatever reason, that specific night, he was actually playing with his phone till about 1 a.m. He didn't sleep. And then suddenly, he felt that he was playing his phone, and suddenly, in the process of doing that, he had tummy ache. It was so painful that he had to rush to the toilet. When he went to the toilet, at a moment, he left his room, he heard a loud crash in his bedroom. He went back to take a look. And in Malaysia and Singapore, it's quite common to have ceiling fan. And to his horror, he saw the fan collapse onto the ground. And the ceiling fan, the entire ceiling fan dropped onto the bed where he was positioned before he went to the toilet. It was at the exact spot. If he had stayed on bed, he would have been crushed by the falling ceiling fan. So there's also another incident about this lady, and the boyfriend is actually has also clashes with the Tai Sui. So she invited Z beads for the boyfriend, and this boyfriend works in the tire shops. So Xiaozu invited these exhibits for the boyfriend, and then the boyfriend came back to share a news with the girlfriend. He said that when he was helping to change the tires, and he was actually pumping the air into it, and halfway, suddenly when he was turning around, he heard a loud sound, and the tire burst, and it had such a big impact that it was so loud that the neighboring estates came and take a look, and they saw that the tires was broken into pieces. It was actually quite dangerous because it's a job occupational hazard, because when the tire bursts, it could hurt the people around it. So, our friends online, you can actually apply to leave a message or to have a chat with Master. We have full gratitude to Masters for having these platforms to discuss with our online friends. So I hope that our online friends, you will observe the rules on the X platforms, and then when you speak to Master, you must be respectful, and when your questions must be respectful as well. Otherwise, if not, then we will not be able to allow you to communicate with Master, and we hope your kind understanding. Yeah, we will avoid anything relating to politics or religions or inappropriate content. So born in the year of monkey and has clashes with Tai Sui. I think the health is not very good. I practice energy bagua. I go for good practice. I also accumulate a lot of merits for myself. I'm sure that it helps me, but it's still not very smooth sailings. Can you say what I expect? So in terms of jobs, I have a lot of challenges, like in the projects. The project is done quite well, and their colleagues or supervisors, they will identify some areas and amplify the problems. Actually, all these matters, other colleagues have similar matters, but they didn't have to be were not reprimanded for the issues. So that's why I felt that this year my job is not very smooth sailing. If you're born in the monkey year this year, it is a year that you have clashes with the Tai Sui.
这个时候是流年不顺的时候呢，就是这样子。
So this year, although the job is not very smooth sailing, but my boss have given me a good responsibilities. The project I do is actually high visibility projects. So a lot of department will know the progress. And if there are some problems, it will also affect me. But I think that my boss had trusted in me to give me this project. But because of that, I got reprimanded by my boss or other departments, or they give me the challenges to make it difficult. Actually, this is quite good already. Because it is common to face challenges at work. Actually, this is the year that you may face challenges. And it's possible that you may feel stress from work. What is important is that you try to find the opportunities, use your own experience or with your own capability, try to do the job properly. Maybe it's because of the crashes with Tai Sui, and that's why you face the challenges. But to have the opportunity is still very good. Master, I may want to ask about my health. My health is not very good. I've never been sick for 1 month, and it's always coughing and fever and tummy aches and always sick. Actually, when you speak, I can sense that your right side, the abdomen, is discomfort. Actually, it's quite common that you face the challenges during the Tai Sui year. If broadly speaking, if you can maintain your job, maintain your family, and you don't invest excessively or recklessly, that's very good. If you're just having a simple flu, that's pretty good already. Because flu is just a transient type of disease. So when you have during the Tai Sui years, when you have clashes, everything that you do will not be so smooth sailing. It is just like that. And one is that you want to be able to continue working. It's important to continue working diligently, but in your heart, you must know that you are not like be very demanding about your job. You just want to do the necessary steps so that you'll be able to sustain your work. So try to avoid quarreling with your boss or make a reckless investment because it may cause you to lose your jobs or lose your investment value. I think what you've done is quite balanced. And because you've said this already, I hope that I will give you my blessing and let this part of the illness disappears or you will have health. Thank you, Master. Master, there are a few people who have questions as well, and they're sharing what they face in life. And there's a Feng Chu and say, Master, this next year is her 51st year birthday as well. And it's also the last day of work because 1 month ago she received a news from the company that she lost her job. She has worked in this American IT company for 23 years. So when she heard the news that she has been retrenched, she was very affected. Let's see whether we can speak to her. Is she online? What's her name? Mei Tan. Feng Chuan. Yeah, Mei Tan, can you speak now? Hello, Master. You Mei Tan? I'm Feng Chuan. Please share your story. A month ago, I received the company's letter, retrenchment letter, so actually I felt quite bad. Because I worked so many years in the same company. In the past, the company select people so she offer lights at the centers and also accumulate merits. But she also been retrenched. Well, that's because you're born in the year of the tiger. So you also have challenges in the Tai Sui year.
直白的来说，可能会容易引发一些纠纷或者是官司类的那你这种被裁
So
呢，
for
可能
you,
也算是
you
这一类
lose your jobs,
哎呀
and there's
害
also
了，
that
对你
type
不利，
of
这个能量直
clashes.
接打击你，
And also the
直接
energy
辞
is
掉
very
你
negative, and
所
that's
以
why
是
you
对
are
你害得够厉
retrenched.
害的
So it is quite
害
quite
也
a
代表
serious
陷害
negative force
嗯
coming
所
to
以你
you.
看，你看你这个属相，
And
我
that's
是
why
说
if you look
平
at your So if you're clashes with Tai Sui, try not to avoid making investment. Even though the people who try to get you to invest tell you that, well, this is a very safe investment. No, do not fall into that. Do not listen to that. Put the do not do any do not feel like you need to do something when you have some cash. Because a lot of people, because they want to make investment, they lost their money. Make more observations before you decide what to do.
做投资的人去做交流交朋友的他们请你喝茶喝咖啡的，你说免了吧。
Well, for those who call investment expert, if they come and then they try to talk to you and buy you coffee and tea, try to avoid that because in this year where there are clashes with Tai Sui, you should avoid making unnecessary investment.
你今年有多
How old
有30岁吗？
are you 30 years old?
51岁。
Yeah, plus 20 is 51 years old already.
51属虎的话，
So you're born the year of tiger.
明年你的好运就来了。
I think you have good luck next year.
哎，
Thank you,
你属
Master.
虎的，牛是女的，
You're a
那
lady.
厉害起来可厉害
And you
了。
know, you're born the year of tiger. If you're good, you can be very strong.
哎呀，你很谦虚了，你很谦虚。
I'm just a paper tiger. Well, that you are being very humble. A lot of those that born in the Zodiac year tiger, they are very strong and very capable. I could sense that you're also very capable. So next year, you will have good luck. Thank you, Master.
今年多修行，多帮人，
So
多做
this year,
功德。
try to accumulate more merits, try to help more people, be safe, and then make sure that you do not make investment.
今年不适合交新朋友，
And this is not a year to have good
不
friends,
适合做任何尝试性的事情。
not something that's on long term.
知道了，感恩师
好
傅。
Thank you, Master.
好，祝你之后呢，接下来就是好运连连，
Wishing you good fortunes, good
这
luck,
个福气到来，
full of great
收
fortunes
到，
received,
财源滚滚，
and you have
收到。
wealth. Thank you, Master.
还有身体健康。
And wishing you health,
感恩师傅
good health as
祝
well.
福
好，
法体安康。
今天就聊
Thank
这
you,
么多。
Master.
是
好的，谢谢
好。的，再见。
好，
再见。
感恩师傅。
看看，
现在有好几个人都
Well, there are few people that want to chat with Master.
There's 好，现在看到线上有一位甜心网友，
a Tianxing
再给您 打
that's
开
online now. So let me turn on your mic for you.
甜心网友，
甜心在吗？
您可以开麦说一说。
师傅好，
Hello,
师傅好。
Master.
你好。
哎呀，好激动！我没想到是我。
I'm so excited. I didn't expect myself to be picked. Tell me your
自
problems.
报家门啊！
师傅好，我
Master?
是一位家庭主妇，
I'm
今
a
年50岁，
housewife. I'm 50 years old.
4个孩子的妈
I
妈。
have 4
属啥的？
children.
我是属兔的。
I'm born in the year of the rabbit.
属兔还好啊。
今天我是想谈
Today,
谈我儿
I'd
子。
like to talk about my
好。
son.
我儿子呢，今年是19岁，他是
My
属狗
son is
的。
19 this year, born in the year of dog.
就师傅之前开始不是
So
说，
Master earlier
属狗
mentioned
的
that for
桃
those
花
born
那
in
个
the
桃
year
花
of
非常
dog,
旺。
they have a lot
啊，
of
今年啊，
a lot of
是有点
prosperity in
旺。
terms of
但是
relationships.
我儿子呢，就去年认识
So
个
the
女
son
孩，
last year got to
然
know
后
a
他
girl.
就，他认识这个女孩呢，
After he
他认识
got to
她
know
之后，
this
他整个
lady,
人也变
he
了，
changed.
所有的一切就变了，然后他一
He
边读
changed
书，
entirely.
放暑假就
He
出
studied,
去
and
做
whenever
暑
it's
期工，
holiday,
做个暑
he
期
will
工，
go
他就人都
out.
不回家了，有钱就不回家
He
了，
has money,
就
so
跟
he
那个
doesn't
女
want
孩
to
子
go
到处
home.
去玩
So
呐，
he
去
travels with the
happy 呀，
girl
然后他就
to
是不回
enjoy
家，然
himself,
后
and he
我和他
refused to
爸爸
come
呢，
home.
有
So
点
the
急的，师
father
傅不好意
and
思。
my husband and I,
我和他爸爸呢，他爸
we
爸呢
were
很不
worried.
开心，但是我
The
第
father
一
is
个
not
儿子
very
就是
happy,
想找一个
but I want to
有家
find
教好的、人品好的。就了解，据我了解，这个女孩好像不是我们父母心意的那种
and I
那
found
个
that
女
the
孩。
girl is not
这
doesn't
我
come from
就
it's not a prim and
我就
proper
你
girl.
们喜欢的女孩，你儿子不喜欢呐，那老实巴交不行啊。
Well,
我
that's
儿
because
子
the girl that you
他
like,
是
your
刚
son
刚
doesn't like.
才19
Well,
岁，
the
他
son
第一次
just
谈
turned
女孩，他对这些
19,
方面，
and this is the first
他对这些
girlfriend.
方面，他就是那个女孩嘴甜，
And
不
this
是灌了什
girl,
么蜜，他就不知道方
he
向
sweet
了。
talked
就是
the
我们
hus
还
the
是
boy,
想他
the
把学
son.
业完成他的学
So
业，然后以后起码生活不用愁，不用忧。
for us, we want
然后
him to
再找
complete
一
his
个
studies
请
so
师傅
that he'll
加
be
持给我
able
是个
to
好的儿
he
媳妇，
will
人
have
品好
he will
的，
be
人
able
缘好
to
的，
find a
有
good
家
job in the
教的。
future. So I hope that Master will bless my son so that he can
这
find a
多做
good
功德
girlfriend,
啊。
accumulate more
我一
merits.
直都就从他，
Yes,
我还现在天
actually,
天在家为他念
I've
佛
been
啊、
chanting
点
for
灯啊，都
him.
住
I
了。
also
请师
offer
傅给
lights.
我给点意见，我应该要怎
So
样
Master,
助我
can
儿
you
子？
provide
我
me
就一
with
直
some
求师
guidance?
傅，
What can I do to
把这
help
个
my
女
son?
孩让
I
她
hope
重新
that
去找
Master
个
let
好男
him
孩，离开
let
我的
go
儿
of
子。
this
但
girl
是
so that
现
he
在
can
好不
move
容
on
易
with
弄
life.
回来，刚刚又出去了。他说今天晚上又不回来吃饭。
Well,
我
he
说
just
好不
came
容易
back
你
and
爸爸
then
接
he
受
said
你，
that
你
he's
就回
not
来吃了
going,
一餐饭
he's
又
not
不
going to
回
stay
来。
for dinner. He's going to leave again.
这个你也别太发愁了啊。
I think you
我
shouldn't
觉
be
得
too worried about it.
从哪个角度看，我
From
觉得你
different
儿子还
perspective,
挺有魅
I
力的。
think your son
是
is
他
very
就是高，有1
charismatic.
米8几，
Yes,
他
he's
高高瘦瘦
1.8.
的。
He's tall and
看看，
slimmed.
这不就是
So can you see he's already attractive to others? You mentioned that he's tall and he's good looking. So for those born in the year of dog, he will have good relationship. He will have good. So when I look at this, I can see that the dog, he has a very high chance to have very good interpersonal skills, and he may attract the opposite sex.
哎呀，这个女孩，但就是她爸爸不接受这个女孩。
But the thing is that the father doesn't want to accept this girl because he thinks that the girl is not prim and proper. But where should the father be concerned? Because they are the one that's in a relationship. They have to experience to know whether they like each other. But this is the son's first love.
师傅，你不是讲过吗？那个女孩子是属鸡的，我儿子是属狗的。
So, Master, the girl is born in the year of rooster, and the boy is in the dog. So, Master, you say that they are not matched. They have zodiac clash.
对别人是有诱惑力，但是他自己也没有定力，哎，所以呢，他非得在当今的人啊。
Actually, in modern society, it's quite rare that they'll be able to marry the first person the first person. So it's quite common for them to have a few boyfriends or girlfriends before they decide to settle on one. And this girl is the first love of your son, so you don't have to worry so much. Well, for me, I really let go, but not the dad. The dad couldn't even sleep properly. The dad actually suffered from insomnia as a result of this. I spoke to my husband as well. I said, don't worry about him because he's a youngster. But the father is like an antique. His thoughts is actually very traditional.
我跟他在一起，其实我也活得有时候我也活得很累，好彩跟着师傅学了佛法。
Actually, I feel that living with my husband, sometimes I feel very tired. I'm glad that I follow masters.
都想放弃自己的生命，我都觉得真的好累。
Well, you must have the courage. You can let go of others, but should not let go of yourself. Well, two of you must have been married for a while. So let's not talk about your problem. So let's talk about the child. Focus on the child's problem. So for the child, well, first of all, he must have charisma. Otherwise, he'll not be able to be in a relationship. And then he's also very agile, and that's why he's able to sustain his lifestyles outside home without having to come back to ask for money. But what is the other problems? Because there are so many relationships, it may affect his studies. So the major problems is that he may choose not to study and deserted his schoolwork. Exactly, that's what I'm worried, and that's also what the dad is worried for him. Well, maybe you can go to Bodhi Meditation College. You can see which light is suitable, can help him to enhance his wisdom, so that he will be able to continue to pursue his relationship at the same time to ensure that he can study well. Because you do not want him to focus on one and ignore the other one. So maybe you should offer such lights for him. Yes, actually, I've always been offering lights on his behalf. I also copied the school script for him. Well, why is it that in modern days people don't want to have kids, but they want to raise dogs? Well, they will follow what your instruction. If you want them to eat, they'll eat. If you don't want them to eat, want to sleep, they will sleep. They don't even know how to wash the dishes. Some, they can't even fulfill any of this. So don't talk about what you can experience. You can actually gild the 1,000 arms and eyes Guanyin Bodhisattvas. For those who speak to me, I will offer lights for you.
该给你哪一种帮助的灯哈，让佛自己决定。
I'll let Buddhas
我
to
都会为
decide.
你们今天跟我聊天的人点
So
灯
all
祈福
that
好吧
chat with me, I will offer lights for
我
you.
之后去，我会去再跟他点，继续跟他点。
I will
感恩师
continue
父，
to offer
感恩
lights
有
for,
你。
for him. Thank you,
好
Master.
那我再提醒呢，别一个是你，一个你老公哈，你跟老公聊一会儿
So you talk to your
就是别
husband.
逮着儿子开始骂，
Do not
啊
scold
别
your
在晚
son.
上发信息说，否则我怎么样，就是威胁他哈，就是
哎呀，师
别
傅，你真的知道我老公真的烦了很，有时候他以前发信息，他还跟我商量一下，最后他写文章写了很多，他都不告诉我，他直接跟他发给他。不是我儿子，他还是蛮勤快的，放暑假他去做暑期工，做的那个
Actually, you're right
地
about
盘
my
一个月也有
my
几万块
husband.
钱。
My son actually go for holidays, holiday jobs, and he make quite a lot of money, more than $10,000. But then every time he always come back is when he needs money, and that's why the dad is very unhappy. Yes, that's why you should communicate with your husband.
让和儿子正常沟通的
If you
话
want to
别为这
communicate
件事
normally
儿
with your
闹掰
son,
了哈
do
就
not
是不要翻脸。
dwell on these matters and fight on this matter.
好彩我跟师傅说
Yes.
发了。
咱先听师傅说哈。
先停一停
啊，
哈，
好的
我先嘱
好的
咐你哈，然后后面人还排着队呢。
嗯
第一个，你先保住你自己，
So first, you must take care of yourself.
哎，你别被那个野桃花给冲晕了。
Do
就是
not
说
be
你
affected
要和
by
你儿
this.
子保持着正
You
常的
must have
沟
a
通
normal communication channel with your son.
好吧？你
That's
说妈支
important.
持你啊，哎，妈妈爱你，好吧？
Tell him
还要
that
零
you
花
love
钱你
him.
尽量给他积点零花钱。
So if you want pockets money, you give him some
那就
pockets
对了
money.
那你就做得对，说明你很智慧。
You have done that. That's very good. It shows that you are
这
very
个时候
you are
呢，
very
爸爸
wise.
这个态度呢，希望你呢去
But the father, who is more hard-handed, way of dealing the matters, you should talk to him. You should tell him that all of you is work for the benefits of the son.
啊，
So
担心
do
孩
not
子
be
费
too
也
do
不用
not
这
be
么
too
害怕
worried about the son.
要学会沟通。
You
就是
must
青
learn.
少
He
年
must
就
learn
青
to
春期哈
communicate.
青春期的孩子呢，他是有能力、有冲动，但是没有做人的经验。
A lot of time, youngsters they
所以呢，
lack
这
the
个时候呢，
experience. They
一个爸
lack
妈还要
living
支持
experience.
孩子，
So
但
that's
是
why
呢，
the
要
parents
给
are
孩
there
子
to
能够
support the
做到好
kids,
好沟通。
so that they
所
can
以你要花
communicate
点成
well.
本的，
So
像
what
你
you
开
want to
电话
do
订阅
is
这
that
种
you
费
want to
用，
be able to
花点
communicate
成
with
本
them.
给他点费用。
You want to
你
give him
你
some
老公给你
pockets
儿子
money.
正常给点费用，不要骂街。
And you tell your
这样
husband to
儿子
give your
才
son
不你给老
some
爸
pocket
说话。
money. Do not scold him. That's when the son will come
就
back
是
to
谈
you
对
when they
象
have
不怕，
problems.
行，你找到好的，但是你别一猛的扎下去不回家，好吧？
You can tell
抽
him
空
that,
回
well, it's important for
哎
you to
有时
look
候
for
抽空和
relationship, but then you
你
must
爸
make
妈
sure
和
that
你
you
们一
come
起吃
home
饭一下，
because there are times that we hope to
别
see
去用
you
强
and we
迫
hope to
的呀、
have a
打
meal
压
with
的
you.
呀，或者直
So
接就
remember
小
to
方说你
communicate
就是什
in
么
a
什么什么坏
very
人，
nice
不要说
tone
这些
and do not
比
speak
较
like you're going to
比较
fight
难
with
听的
him.
话。
Do not use words that will
所以
cause
要保
harm
持
or hurt
你
the
们
other person.
你们你们夫妻俩呢，要和儿子之间要保持正常沟
And that's
通。
why it's important
这是
for
唯
you
最
to
重
have
要的。
open channel of
花的
communications with your
钱倒
son,
并不重要，
yourself, and your
而且
husband.
这个孩子、这个女孩也不一定和你儿子能待多久。
And actually, he may
看
not be
人
with
和
this
人
girl
哈，你
for
刚
very
才说
long
你和你老公
because you
啊，
mentioned
到
about
了一
you
起
and
之
your
后，哇，没
husband
想
when
到
you're
他这样那样，
together.
你觉得
You
不舒服，对
commented
不对？
about him.
嗯，
He's not
你
suitable
儿
for
子和
you.
另外你
So
任何
for
一个
your
女人聚在
son,
一起，难
when
道
he
适
stays
应
with
吗？
another girl, do you think he'll be used to
他
that
没住一
lady?
起，
No.
偶尔
If he
见个
doesn't
面，
stay with the
像
person, if
像
they
一
see,
辈
if
子
they
之
just
间
meet
吃了一
one
块
another,
糖一样，觉得挺甜美的。你真
it will
放
be
在一
quite
块儿
nice. But when they stay
啊，他就
together,
可能不甜美了，是觉
then
得
maybe
痛
they
苦。
will lose
就我说
that
这王八蛋，
the
对吧？这
romance.
是个骗子，
They may
或者
find
这是个
that
色
he's
狼，
so
对吧？
he's
就可
not
能
the
会有一
type.
些他的一些判断和感
He will
觉。
make his own
当你们
judgment.
横加干涉越多，这
So
孩子
when
就
the
不分
parents
青红皂
parents
白，
are
就
more
带着你
involved,
跑。
then the
最
son will be
后
more
绕弯子的事
will
情
want
更
to be in
多。
the relationship more.
所以你们
So
真
it
要
causes
注
more
意一
harm
个
than
点
good.
哈，只做到第一个点，就
So what
是
you have done is the first
爸爸
step.
妈妈和儿子
That's
保
that
持
and
正
mom
常交
maintain
流沟
open
通的关系。
communications with the
一
son.
定记住这一点，
You must
否则
remember
的
this
话，会为
point.
这件事儿，这个父子就闹掰了，
Otherwise,
成
you
仇
will
人。
enter into a sour
他还不
relationship
知
with the
惹出什么
father.
事儿来的，好吧？
好。
那我这里呢也会给你们全家，尤其给这个孩子祝福哈，
So I will
让
give you
佛菩萨
blessings to
呢
entire
去警示给他，
family,
好吧？
especially
好
the
的，好
son,
的，非常感恩
to
师傅，
hope
感恩师傅。
Buddhas, Bodhisattvas
对，
can
还有
provide
更
you
好
with
的
all the
女人和
blessings.
老婆在前面等着他， 他，好吧？
啊，好的，收到，感恩师傅，感恩。
So of course we hope that this lady that he's dating is a good person.
谢谢师姐的分享。
Thank you, Dharma sisters, for your sharing. Master, we have a lot of online friends that they like to share because they have encountered some issues. There's a Michelle, and she says that this year is also she clashes with Tai Sui, and her health and career are also affected. Let's listen to her.
Hello Michelle。
Hello， 你好 ，Michelle。
哎，师傅好。
你好。
Hello, Master。
师傅，我是Michelle，然后我的法名是提汉，感恩师傅。
My Dharma name is Tihan.
我今年48岁。
I'm 48 this year.
哦，不容易哈。你请讲，请讲。
Hello。
哎，Michelle，你讲，你讲。
Hello。
Michelle，请讲，请讲，听到吗？
听到你，你那边是不是网络可能有点不稳定
？Hello。Hello， Michelle， 你好。我们听不到你说话。
对，有可能那个网络不太稳定。哎 ，Hello。
你听到吗？你听到吗？那我们听不到就得换人。
对，那可能下一次了。
下一次吧，咱们再换个人吧，我们听不到你。喂，你好，妙琪。你好，妙琪。
How are you, 妙琪？
哎，是妙琪吗？是妙琪吗？
哎呀，师傅好。
Hello, Master。
你好。
太激动了。
哎，没事没事。
我是您的弟子，我的生命都是您给的。
不客气不客气。
Thank you, Masters, for giving me a Dharma name.
我这个没想到拍手麦啊。
没事没事。
I'm so excited.
你属什么
Can you say which year you're born?
我本人是属兔的。
I'm born in the year of Rooster. I'm 50 years old.
重的残疾人，师傅给我很多年的生命，我现在
Master have given me many years of life. I'm thanking Masters for that.
都在做师傅的，希望能做师傅的化身。我妈妈现在在我身边。我妈妈今年82岁。
My mom is 82 this year.
属猴的。
Born in the year of
还在照顾
monkey.
我重症残疾。对，重症残疾，输给我
妈妈还照顾你。
The mom was still looking after her. The mom is sitting beside her.
确实是犯太岁。
The mom actually clashes with Tai Sui.
兄弟姐妹非常多。
There are many
遭受很大的打击。
There are many siblings.
就是他最关心的弟弟，小弟弟就相当于他儿子一样。
The youngest brother, my youngest uncle.
磨难，这里不说的时候，就是说他俩都今年有段时间差点都过去了，但是他现在82岁。
He passed on. And for the mom, because he learned Masters the Dharma practice, she is still alive.
我妈妈现在还能照顾我。
And she can take care of me.
现在我家里所有的师兄师姐。
And take care of everyone at home.
不知道该怎么说的时候，总之我最近都是师傅。
好的，好的，师姐，也是感恩您的分享啊。
Thank you for your sharing.
好，我们看看还有哪一些。
Let's see who else
哪一些朋友想要跟师傅
would like to share with Master.
所以想分享的网友们，你们可以先在那个留言区留言。
You can leave a message
这
first,
样也是那个获选几率比较大。
so you'll be selected, higher chance for you to be
我们今天是聊
selected.
就是我们本命年后翻
So
看
today
自
we're
己时候
talking about the
会遇到的一
challenges
些
in
麻
Tai
烦
Sui
事，
years.
所以有相关故事的
So
网友
if
们
you
可以
have related
欢迎
stories,
开麦分
we
享一下。
welcome you to turn on your mic and speak with us.
好，这位 Diana Young 有一位网友，
Next is Diana Young.
Hello Diana。 Diana 您可以开一下你的麦克。
Diana, would you like to turn on your
开
mic?
了，
你好。
可以听见吗？你好，哎，我没想到第一次，师傅好，我第一
Hello,
次尝试直
Master.
播连线，很激，
I'm so excited to be able to speak to Master.
可以听见吗？
你的网线挺不稳定的。
啊，
现在可以。
请说一下你属什么的？
Please say which
今年
year you're
48
born.
岁。
I'm 48 this year.
哦，属蛇的。
Born in the year of
我
snake.
其实就是
那，
哎，师傅您说，
你的这今年过得怎么样？
How's your year this year?
他的网线不太稳。
这就是网线问题，
嗯。
听不见你说话了。
哦，
他还在线上吗？
他还在，他还在。
那你能听到我们讲话吗？
哦，他
下线了是吧？
下线了。
他也是网络的问题。
好吧。
对，我们
We
都是
lost the
唯一
line.
选的网友们，所以对大家没有。
所以很多的网络并没有保障哈。
对。那要不要再试试这个 Michelle？ 再试一下，他又开了。
Let's try Michelle again.
喂 ，Hello Michelle。
Hello，
现在好一些了啊。
师傅好，老师们好，不好意思，刚才
Hello, Master. I'm so sorry, just now the internet was not very stable. I'm Michelle. I'm 48 this year, and I'm born the year of snake.
想提醒师傅，我今年的健康也不是很好，
And this year the
就是很
health
容
is
易
not
感
very
冒，
good.
然后
She
就很
has a
容易
lot
咳
of
嗽，
flu and she
然后
cough
好
a
像
lot.
如果一康复了不久，
And when she
就又
recovers,
再感冒了。
then it
然
happens
后在
again.
7月份我还中了那个
And July,
冠病，
she had COVID.
对那个 COVID。然后过后我就觉得可能有时候就
And
现在
after
还好，
that,
可是我就觉
she
得今年
felt
真的
that
是在
this year
健
has
康
been
方
a
面
tough
就
year
没有
in
这么
terms of
顺，
health.
还有工
It's
作
not very
方
smooth
面也一
sailing.
样。
And
因
for
为
a
其
job,
实我
it's the
在
same.
8月份，今
Actually,
年
in
8月份
August
就
this
离
year,
职了，
she
然
left
后
her
现
job.
在公司就叫我帮忙，好像
And now
延
the
长
company asked
我的
her
那
to
个
do on a
notice
part-time
period，
basis
因
to
为我觉
extend the
得
period.
我所做的就不太符合，因为之前我3月刚加入
Because what
这
happens
个
is she
新公
just
司，
joined this new company in
然后我是
March.
做很像比较technical 的
And she's
工
doing
作，
more
可
technical
是
aspects of the business.
对技术性的工作。然后在8月份呢，
So in
上司
August,
就说
her boss said
我没有达到
she
那
didn't
个
achieve
sales 的
the sales target.
对业绩的 target， 然
She
后我
didn't
就
achieve the sales
对
target.
然后我就跟上司说，因
So
为
she
其
said
实
to
在
Master
应
that
征的时
at
候，
this point in time,
我上司已经
during
懂
the
我
interview,
自己是一个
Master
工
already
程师，
know.
所以其实这也不是
So this is also
就是
not.
说 sales 也不是我拿手的这方面，
She knows very
然后加
well that
上
sales
公
is
司
not
现
her
在的
forte.
sales 也不好，
And plus,
所
the
以就很
company
压
right
力，
now is
而且他
facing
们
sales problems.
我
She
也觉得这里的文
faces
化也
tremendous
不太符合，
stress.
所以我就跟我家的师兄商量后，
So she
然后
discussed
我
with the
就决
husband
定
and she
离职，
decided to
然
leave the
后
company.
所以现在这就是我的情况。
So that's where she is now.
你看这个你的正好是本命年。
So as you can
48
see
哈
that you're 48 this year, you're
我
also
在
clashes with Tai
对
Sui
新
born in the
年
year of
这个
snake.
运程就是预言讲的时候，就是今年就
So I
是
say
一个烽
that
火年嘛，
this year is
就是
fire
容易就是
and
大
wind
家都
year.
容易产生感冒啊、咳
So
嗽
it's
啊，
likely
有呼吸
that
道、呼吸系统的一
people
些
will have
出
some
问题哈。
respiratory
而且
related
你看你呢
disease.
正好是这个本命年嘛，
So if you
还
look
中
at
了新
you,
冠啊，
you have
并且
COVID
更
in
麻
this
烦的
year.
是
And
还
what's
离
worse
职了哈，
is that you lost your
工
job.
作失去了。再找新工作的
If
时
you
候
want to
呢，
look for a
又不
new
太
job,
适合，
may not be so
所以
suitable.
再次 再一次离职哈，所以这
So
个
as a result, this is just what happened during the clashes with Tai Sui years, but this is not that serious
很灾难性的，
because some of them are very very like a disaster.
今年就会好很多。
But I think after this year, you'll be much better. Thank you,
对，
Master.
首先一个先说要注意修行哈。
First,
像
you must remember to
有一个好
continue your
身体
cultivations.
你才
You need to
48
have
岁
a good
在当地的
body.
人来说
You're only
48岁的
48.
话
To a
算是
lot
今
of
年
people,
哈
48 is just the beginning.
收
对
到。
对，另外一个你也再了解一下这个就业市场上来说，
And
像
also,
你
you
原来会
mentioned
的东
that
西，
the
你
job
找哪份
market,
工作能适合于
for
你
you to
你
look
发
for a
挥你的
job
能
that's
力的
suitable for
那一块
you,
的工作。
is it easy to
那你
find?
在以后再进行应聘工作的时候呢，
So that
照
when
着
in
你
the
的比较
future,
懂得比较专业的那个
and
部分去
you
找
can follow your professional path to
对，
look
不
for
要
an
去找
alternate
那
job.
种你不符合专业
Do
的。
not pick a job that
嗯
you don't have
对，
the
从公司
professional
来说，
qualifications.
从公司为公
From
司
a
着想的时
company
候，比如说
perspective,
人家缺少一个
like
电
for
工嘛，
example,
结果
a
你
person
来
like
你是修水管的，他不相符，对
electrical
不对？所以
worker
的话，
and you
所
can't
以要找
and
到
you fix the
要符合
broken
自己
leaking
首先
pipe.
你找到
That's
自己
not
喜
your
欢
forte.
和比
That's
较
not
能
your
干的那个工
capability.
作，
And
这个
that's
才
why
是
it's
最重
important
要
for
的
you
啊。
to find where's your
嗯，
capability and
到
focus on
明
it.
年春天你
So
的运
next
气
year
就来了。
during the
收
springtime,
到，感恩
your
师
good
傅的
luck
加
will
持。
come. Thank you,
对，
Master, for
明
the
年3月
blessing.
份开始，你的好运
From
气就
March
来了。
onwards, you
感
have
恩
good
师
luck,
傅，
good fortune.
好，希望你有一
太好了。
个美好的未来哈。
So
收
hoping
到，
for
感
you
恩
to
师
have a good and
傅，谢谢
auspicious
师傅，谢谢
life.
老师们，
Thank you, Master. Thank
好，
you,
谢谢，
teacher.
感恩师
感
傅，
恩，
谢谢
感恩师傅，拜
Michelle。
拜。
拜拜。
还有吗？
师傅，我们有一位 Sylvia 网友留言说，我和
We
家
have
人
another
今年犯
Sylvia
太岁，
that
对我
shares
们影
that
响很大。
they have
上个
clashes
月
with
差
Tai
点
Sui. The
发生
family
车
members have
祸，
clashes
非
with Tai
常
Sui,
感
and they
谢
have
护士
major
可以帮我化解。
disaster. Last month, they had met an accident.
师傅早，师傅午安。
Hello,
嗯
Master.
，Sophia 你好。
Sophia, how are
师
you?
傅感恩你今年有机会，
Thank
当
you,
你就
Masters.
是上了那个弟子的那个，就是师傅收我为弟子。
I'm glad I
我
can
是
become a
在台
disciple
湾，
哦
in
我
Taiwan.
是慧
哦
根，
哦，你好，你好。
感恩师
好，
傅。
哎，那个你是属什么的？
What's your
我
year
是
that
属
you're
猴
born?
子，
Born in the
然后
year
我的
of
儿
monkey.
子，我儿子是属蛇，
And the son is
我
born in the year
的
of snake.
女儿是猴子，
And the daughter
我
also
先
born
生
in the
属
year
鸡。
of
So
monkey.
就是
And the
很感
husband
恩师
is
傅
the
给我
year
们
of
指点，
rooster.
就在
Thank you,
今年
Master,
的时
for
候，就
guidance.
是上个月，就在农历7月，我们差点遇到车祸。
So in the
差点
lunar
遇到
July, they
在
almost had
在
an
半
accident.
讲。
就在我们的半路上，要接近要到家的时
So
候，
on
突
the
然间
way
有一辆
to
白
home,
色车
there was a white
就冲
car
过来，还
that
好是
drove
我的
past
先
them.
生，我的师兄紧
Luckily,
急刹
the
车，
husband
就
managed to
没
brake
事。
on
而
time.
且我的女儿就有一个坏习惯，她不
And
会去，就是我们把个就是放
the
那个
daughter
手
has a
机
bag,
系安全带。
系安
bad
全带，
不系
habits.
安全带。啊
So
哦，
然后她手上还拿着冰淇淋，
So they buckled the seatbelt,
哎呦，
and the
还
daughter
好
was still holding an
没
ice
事，
cream.
就是
啊
冰淇淋也
Luckily,
没
she
事，
was
她也
fine.
没事，全家就是没事。
The
啊
whole
就是
family
感
was
恩师
saved.
傅帮我
So
们
thank you,
指
Masters,
点
for
我们，就是说
saving
新的
them.
时候上头香，还有点
嗯
灯。
So they
我们
have
就在那
offered
个
the
盂兰
first
盆节也
incense,
是有
and they have
去
made like
就是参加
offerings.
那个法
And
会
during
跟
the
有去
Ulavanam
就是
festival,
回
they also
就是
participated in that.
祭拜的，就是回向给冤亲债主。
嗯，
They also try to
对，所以你也在不断
join
做
some
功
of the
德哈。
activities, and in
对，不
order
断
to
在做
accumulate
功德，就是
merits.
听到师傅的指点，感恩师傅。
So
就
thank you,
是每
Masters, for the
尽量的说
guidance.
每天都会念地藏王菩萨
And
神
every
咒。
day she'll chant
还
the
有就是
Avsar
我
Bodhisattva's
一
heart
直就是
mantra.
想要求职，一直找工作，一
She
直找
wanted to
都
look for a
很
job.
辛
She
苦。
tried very hard to look for a
就
job,
是
but
4月
hasn't been
份的
very
时候，其实就
successful.
找到一个工
In
作，就
April
是
this
跟
year, she
前
managed to
面那
find
师
a
姐一
job.
样，就是那个工作环境不适合我。后来就
Similar
跟
to the
师兄也
previous
是商
Dharma
量过后，
sister, they
没有办
find that
法
the job
就
is not very
辞掉
suitable.
那个工
So
作，
she
我
ended
们
up
就后来就
checking
是
with the guy whether she should
就有
continue
机
with the
会
work.
就是上了那个师傅的那个弟子收弟子，就去了台湾。
So because the time they wanted to be disciples and knowing that Master has a discipleship ceremony in Taiwan, so she went to Taiwan to become a disciple. Since then, she has been looking for a job. What are you good at doing? Well, she does project programming.
program management project， 对策划。
做项目管理。
So basically, is to do program management.
哦。
所以其实我有去找一些 junior
So she tried to look for some junior positions, but every time during the
提
interview,
我去比较 higher position 的。
they want her to go for
然
higher
后我就觉得说，
positions.
因为我毕竟已经4年
But she
有
felt
做
that she
过
has
了，
not worked for 4
可
years,
是
so
每
she
次要
wants to
应征
start
的
from
时候呢，
scratch.
他们就会给我一个
But
比较
during the
高的职
interview,
位
they'll
去，
offer her a
然后
higher
就
level
我刚刚提到
position.
的是那个 program manager。
Like recently, she rejected a role for her. That's a project engineer.
哦。
对他应征的时候，他总是会想要找一些就是新手入行的这样的职位，就是初级的这个项目管理。
So when she looked for a job, she always looked for a job that is suitable for her. Not you have to stop.
就有挑战性吧，哈。
So it's actually there are some challenges
就说还好
when
是有学到师傅就是让我们
in her job seeking process.
以前
But
都是
luckily, she said that she learned a lot from Master.
就是会拼那种，就是有时对，就是有点很像完美主义者。就是过后就是上了师傅的那个大光明的时候
Actually, after learning the MGI from
改
Master,
变了，就是说不会说很，所以就在那个时候
she learns
就遇到一
to
些同事就不怎么好的时候，他会
she
喊我会
learns
骂
to
我的时候，
do how
我
to
会忍
manage
住，
relationship.
不像以前的我
In the
呢，我会
past,
直接
when she
跟他
faced with difficult colleagues,
冲了，就是
she may
confront 他。
end up confronting with them. But after she learned from
所
Master,
以
she
后
learned
来
to
我就觉得
accept,
为什么
be
我
more
是这样给
accepting,
他喊
and
呢？
she able to
所以我
smoothen
觉
the
得还好。
relationship that she had with her colleagues.
这个找工作确实是不容易的。
So it's indeed
因为
not
你要
easy to
找
look for a job.
和你完全对口的工作
If you
啊
find
确
want
实
to
要
find
花
a
时
job
间。
that's very relevant,
但是你刚才
you
讲
need
的
to
时候呢，
find you
我
need a
也
bit of
看了
time.
看你的那个
So
背
when you
景
say
的，
that, I look
就
at
是
your
你
background.
的我说的有点远了哈，
好，
像迷信一样，
是
就是你的所谓冤亲债主中有一
Actually,
位
your karmic
像那
creditors.
个中老年的
There's
男
one
生，有点
about
瘦，
middle about
一个留着
older
一个现
man.
代的一个头，
He
可
has a
能鬓角
modern
地方长得
hairstyle,
很
a
少，
bit thinned.
这样的一个人，就
There's such
是
a
可能是
person.
你的长辈，
Maybe it could be
就
your
是
ancestors.
我不知道你们的殡葬或礼仪是怎么样的啊？
I'm not sure how
就
was
是做这么
your
一个提醒啊，
funeral was like
对，
in your
也就
country,
是
in your
应
area.
该叫祭祀，
But I think it's
这一
got to
块没
do
做好。
with the paying the
祭
respect of
祀，
the dead. It wasn't done
祭
properly.
祀这一块没做好。
the ancestors.
offering ancestor， 就是中老年是差不多是几岁呢？
How
好像
old is
70
it?
多
Is it
岁、
like 70s
50多岁
or 50s?
看不清岁数，应
I
该
can't see the
最少是
age.
50岁到
Maybe at
70岁
least
之间吧，这种
50
感
to
觉。
70s is between the age
人面相
range.
看着也不是很老，
Look at the
但
face.
是
It's
反正
not
是
very
至少
old,
50
but at least
一样的55岁以
like
上。
55 and above. 55 and
嗯
above.
就是说最近去世的吗？
Is it someone that
不
passed
是
on recently?
不是，
No.
我没看到他
I
去
don't
世的这
see
个时
when
代，
he passed away.
是
No, not when he he
就
passed
是
on.
应该说近几十
It could
年
be
你
like in the
的
last
去世的
someone
男
that
长辈
passed
中
away,
啊，
a
还是
guy.
对你是有意见的。
So he has some issues with
就是
you.
我只是看到这么一个
That's
场景，
a sign that I
银
saw.
色头发嘛，白，
Is
他
it
是黑头发
silver
还
or
是
is
白
it
头发？
black hair?
白头发。
It's white hair.
有可能是祖父，
Could be my grandfather
十几年，因为我
because
我的儿子都12岁了，
the son is already 12 years old.
哦，
嗯，
那你呢？我现在不跟你对峙这件事儿，
So
好好好，
I'm just sharing
我提
this
醒
with
到，
you. I just
如果是
remind
说
you
你能想
that
得起来，
if you
在你
can
的
think
这
of
个长辈
someone
之中，
among your
有些祭祀的礼
ancestors,
节不够的
if
话
you
呢，
have
你
not
要去
performed some of the
补
ritual
去补
for
祭祀
the
的这
date,
些祭祀
then you
啊，
want to make sure that you
应该
do
是
it
祭祀。
properly.
就是
If you don't have
无论
offerings
是
or
你娘家的，
rememberings
尤
the
其是婆家的
dead,
这些
you
长
want to
辈，
do that.
其实反而是现代人要重视的。
Actually, not only your
那每个人
family,
是跟自
your
己父母长
in-laws,
大的，都想
because
祭
all
祀
of
是给
us,
自己家，
we
这个
do
也
it
不
for
是
our
不
own
可以。
parents.
但是
Yes,
结婚之后，你的名分是
but when you
属在婆
married,
家，
then you
所以呢，
belong to the
就是
husband
婆家的
family.
这个长辈，
So that's
如果
why
去世之后，这个
when
祭
they
祀
pass
礼
on,
是不可少的。
it's important for you
可
to
是
carry out the ritual.
就假如说是祖父的话，
Well, I
我
think if
其
the
实是有帮
grandfather,
他做这些
actually,
功
I
德。
did
就因
accumulate
为
some merits by
师傅，
doing
我
all
的
this
家庭背景有
ritual.
点复杂，是因为
So
我爸爸就是有第一任、第二任、第三任太太，所以我
So
有看我
it's a
亲
bit.
生父母的
So the
亲生
father
父
actually
母
have
就
three
是我的
wives.
母亲的爸爸，我的祖父，有可能那个就是那位祖父，有可能我是真的做不到，因为毕竟没有什么联络，只是说他那时去世的时候是有过去拜祭他。
So the mom, the
猜应该
mom's
是他吧。
father, she suspected is
你
that
那你
because
是第几妈呀？你的
which
妈妈？
mom?
我是第一妈，可是
I'm the daughter of
因
the
为我
first
从
mom,
小的时候，
but from
就
young,
是5岁了、3岁的时候，妈妈
when
就
she was 3 years
离
old,
开家出走，
the mom actually left the house.
哇，
所以对，
这
所以
怪不得，怪不得。
Oh,
对，
that's the
所以
reason
我猜
why.
想应该不是我自己的祖父，应该是
So it's
我
not her own
妈，就是
grandfather.
我亲
So
生母
could be
亲
the
的
mom's
祖父。
father
嗯，
who's angry with the
嗯，
daughter, which is her mom, because the mom left the
这
就是
我
house.
不
说他
太清楚。
高
Is
高
tall
瘦
and
是我
slim.
印象中我小时候就是他
I
高
remember
高
when
瘦
I
瘦，
was young, he was tall
嗯，
and
对，
thin.
有点瘦。
So
有点
yes,
瘦。
a bit thin.
嗯，
对，
他我明白了，
So I
我知
understand
道
now.
他有可能就是
I think
需要
that
我
maybe he needs
去
her
拜祭他，
对，为他做
to
功德。
对他做
do
他是这
some
样的
ritual.
哈，
嗯，
就是如果他和你之间有着血缘的
So
关
if he has a
联的
blood
话，
relationship
就
with
是你
you,
作为晚辈，如果不祭拜
so
他，
you must
他
pay
就不保
respect to
佑你，
him.
不保佑你，
Because if not,
你
he
就
will
会
not
容易
protect
出问
you.
题。这
If
样
he doesn't
问题是
protect
在这
you,
里，
you will have
否
problems.
则你家里的闲事，我干嘛非要挖去世的人的事儿？
Otherwise,
明
why
白，
do
师
I
傅我
want to
明白，
bother
因
with
为
your
我就
family
是也
matters?
是找一个究竟，我就是不知道
Yes,
为
I also
哪
want to
里
know
不顺。
why. I also don't know where's the
你在
issues.
找工作的时候，我觉得有一个障
When you
碍，
look for
但是这
jobs,
老人家没有特别严厉的站出来的障碍你，
but
但
he
是
didn't actually
觉
step
得
up to
他会觉
cause
得有点失望，
hindrance.
有点
But
遗
I
憾，有
could
点孤
sense
独的
that
那
he's a
种
bit
表情
sad,
哈。
a bit lonely,
因为
and
我看到过
disappointed.
有些是比较疯狂站出
Because
来会
I've
阻
seen
挡的，
some that
你
they
这
just stand
个
out.
长辈没有
But
站
for
出来那
this
样疯狂
ancestors,
的，
they didn't step
像
out
发脾气
and
的这
like
样来
with
阻
anger
挡
to
啊，这
treat
都
you
没
or
有，
to
就是他就有一
no.
种失望，
He's just very
但是他
disappointed
挺孤独
and
的
lonely,
啊，
but
这样的一种
he's
感觉
lonely. The
哈。
feelings I got
对，
is that
因
he's
为
very
是听
lonely.
阿姨说，她
Yes,
小
I
时
heard
候，
from
因
the
为就是
aunt
毕竟父母亲已
is
经离
that
婚了，
because
我
the
们没有
parents have
机会去
divorced,
看他。
so we never have a
即使
chance to
他寄
see
放在哪
him,
里，我也没有
and we
机
don't know
会知道
where
说寄
he
放在
went.
哪里。
怪不得，
第一次有是有跟我说，可
怪
是
不得，
我必须要
嗯
人家带我，指
But I
引
need
我去
people
那个
to
地
bring
方
me
来
to
跟他
where
拜了。
he's
这
buried.
也是我一个遗憾。
So that's my regret as well.
哎呀，
为他供佛。
但是呢，我觉得呢，可以通过禅堂
I
啊，或
feel
者
that
是
through the
禅
centers,
城网站上去，就是为他去供佛，
or maybe
也
you
是
can
可以
offer
的。我
offer
只是
the
顺便一提
Buddha
哈，
on
就是你找不
his
到他的
behalf.
坟呢，或者不
If
太
you
方便
cannot
找人
find
来
his
找那个
his
坟去
tomb,
祭祀的话，
or
可
it's
以
not
在佛
suitable for
前把你的
you
心愿写出来，
to
就
carry out
等
the
于让
ritual,
佛去帮他，
you
就可
can
以。
write
这否则的话，说你
your
找不上
wish
工作，还不
and
是最
send
大的
before
目
the
的。
Buddhas.
那么未来对你的好处
Well,
多
it's not just the
是
job. What
我
about your
就是一直
children?
拼命的跟孩子他们点灯，就
Yes,
帮
I
他们
always
一
offer
切
lights for
就
the
是
kids.
你光为他们点灯，但是祖辈那么有埋怨的话，那
Well,
也不
if your
行的。
ancestors are not
你要为
happy,
你的
then how?
祖辈这一边去点灯。
明白。
对对，
因为今
是
天
You
听
must
到
offer
天姐，
lights
我
for
突
your
然就想到，
ancestors.
就是一个 imagine 幻想他的样子，就是在我们在诵佛的时候念佛的
Actually,
时候
for
就
this
想
year
到他
we
一个
chant, I keep
样
thinking
子
about
给他，
him, and we
我
want
会
to
去在帮他
transfer
点
the
灯。
merits to him.
你像那个就是你的去世的长辈哈，对你不满意，
Like the
希望
ancestors
你
has already
祭祀
passed
呢，
on,
其中会有一些特征哈。
there are
就一个是
something.
做梦的时候梦到，
So one, it happens to be in
有
your
时候
dream,
你
they
就没有
occurs in a
见过，
dream.
你感觉的
You have
是
not seen them, but you feel like you know
他做
them,
梦
so
是这样
very likely that they
还
are
有
your
之后呢，你
ancestors.
会你的小腿或者
And
脚
later on,
发冷会不
your
舒服
legs will
发
feel
冷
very
发麻它发
uncomfortable,
不舒服
cold,
就是
or
与小腿相关的症
something
状。
relating to your calf.
如果
Your
再
calf will be
严重再久
uncomfortable.
了之后，你不去祭祀的话，你就一
And
直
if
到
you
你的大
continue
腿到
not
盆
to
骨腰这里都不
go
舒
and
服。
pay respect to
腰
them,
椎
then
对，它
your
会
腰
说
椎
back
不
will
舒
have
服。
pain.
对，凡是与你的这个
Anything
前
related
辈
to
人相
your
关的这个
ancestors.
这种麻烦呢，我觉得它分几个
And I
几个
think
层次
that
啊。
there are
最
few
初的时候是
categories.
脚不舒服，
The first is the
再
leg
到小腿，再到
discomfort.
大腿，再到这个屁股、盆骨，再
And
之后变成
maybe
干脆就脊椎出问题。
and later on will be your spine will have
而且我
problems.
尤其在就是7天就是盂兰盆节那7天，
And
我就
during
是
the
去长
Ulabanam
滩，
festival,
就是去一起礼拜嘛。
we went
我
to
就是头几
carry
天
out
的时候，
some
我
ritual.
的
On the
脚
first
会
few
觉得
days,
很沉重，
the legs
到了
felt very
最后
heavy.
第7天的，就是
And
第
on the
3、第 4
7th
的时
days
候
or
就觉
third
得会
and
比较
fourth days,
轻松了，
the
就是很
legs
多东西
becomes
就
much
放了，
better.
就是因为我
对
其实也是有帮我家人一起，就是一起念佛，
She also
就是
chant for
就
the
是观想
family.
他们家人就一起这样念佛。
Visualize that they were
嗯，
there as
其实
well.
你做的算很好了啊。
Actually, you did very
谢
good
谢。
already.
但是我说，通常这种现象是这样，你都有，
有，
你都有这个现象
So
的
you
话，
have
就是
all
说
the
这
symptoms.
些弥补的事情还想方设法去做。
So you must try to carry out all
嗯，
these
感恩师父。
things
对，
that to help to
你
resolve
你
the
相信
issues.
我呢，你在
If
咱们
you
禅堂啦，或者
believe in
咱们
me,
机构之中来
you
点
can
灯。
go and offer
那你
lights.
信任度不够，可以在任何一个
If you
佛
do
教
not
的道
believe
场
enough,
去
you
做
can
这
go
种
to
功
any
德，我觉
Buddhist
得都
centers
是
or
有效的。
organizations
我相信师
to
父。
accumulate the merits
嗯，
there.
好的。所以呢，等做完这些功德之后呢，你的腰腿啊
So
都会
after
觉得
you
轻
do
松。
this,
好，感
your
恩师
waist
父
will。feel much better.
对，因为底下下面的人在拉你，他这个，所以你感受到的
Because
通常就
people
腰
are
以下。
pulling you,
就是
and
再
that's why
严
you
重之
feel
后呢，
discomfort.
从腰慢慢到那个后背，再到头不舒服，那个就
Otherwise,
严
will
重
be
了。
from the
那个时候
back
就是你的孩子就会
and
出问
then
题。
from the head. And when that
起初
happens, your kids
去
will be
年吧，
affected.
去年我还没
Actually,
有
last
说
year,
真正的在长堂做义工的时
before
候，
she
是真
became
的
a
是背
volunteer
痛
at the
跟
center,
肩
she
膀
has very
痛，
bad
然后过后就
shoulder
是
pain and back
有
pain.
做义工，也
And
常
after she
就是有
became a
去
volunteer,
开始念佛，
she started
这
to do
些已经
chanting.
没有了，只是说
All
有可
these
能就是
symptoms
在盂兰
disappears.
盆节的时候
It's
会
only
觉得
during the
会
Ulabanam
稍
festival
微
that she
有一点
feels a little bit
痛，
discomfort
嗯，行。
during
那
that
这些为
period.
了你呢，找工作也好哈，还
So
有
for
之
you,
后
for
的
looking
自
for
己健
jobs
康，
or
再一
for
个
your
你子女
health,
的健康顺利的话呢，就是长辈的这些不圆满的东西，尽量去圆满
so
它。
try
好，
to
明白。
complete all
就
these
是
incomplete
活着的人又是
matters
晚
with the
辈，不要给
ancestors.
长辈和去世的人计较。
对，
Do not be
明白。
petty with your
对，因
ancestors
为长辈的那个分离啊、分手啊、情感问题是他们的问题，
because
但
how
是
they
咱们的身
separated
上
is
流
the
着长辈的
issues,
血
but
液的
because
话，
we
我们就应该
have
去祭
their
祀他们。
blood, and it's important for
明白。
us to pay respect to our ancestors.
好，希望你的未来一切都吉
So
祥
you
如意。
hope
感恩
that
师
you will
父，
be auspicious going
谢谢师
forward.
父。
Thank you, Master.
好，我也会为你和你的长辈点灯。
I will also
感恩
offer
师父，
lights on your behalf and for your
求
ancestors.
佛菩萨接引加持。
谢谢师父，
We seek the Buddhas,
好的，
Bodhisattvas
祝
to
你一
guide
切都
them
好。
收到，
to
感恩师
liberations.
父，
谢谢 Michelle，
Thank you.
好 Sylvia，好，谢谢
谢谢。
Sylvia。
师傅，我们还有一位 Cecilia 网友，他说：“师傅好，
Master,
我
we have a
今年我
Cecilia.
属鼠，今年犯太岁，
She's born
就
in
是
the
今
year
年不
of
知道要怎么
rats,
样就一
and
直
she
跌倒，
also
在工作上需要一直去会场开
she,
会，
she
检
always
查
need
测
to go
试
for
也跌倒，
meetings,
正
and then
常
she
走
also
路也
fell
会跌
down.
倒，
And
有
when she
时候
walked, she
跌
also
得还
fell
蛮严
down.
重，
And
感觉
sometimes
我的
was
双
quite
腿都不是
serious
我的，这
and
样
felt
子
that
跟
the
随
legs
的感
doesn't
觉有
belong to
点倒
her.
霉。
他是属虎的嘛，哈。
She's
属
born in the
虎
year
的
of
也是
tiger.
25年是
对，
双重犯啊。对，所以就是诸事不顺呐。
That's
是，
why
他就
it's
说他
not
觉得
very,
腿都不是他的，
it's not
经常
very,
在跌倒，
有意
好
外。
像那个腿
she has a lot of accidents this year.
这个词的感觉描述是什么感觉哈？就觉得
Well,
你的大脑
it
大
is
脑
just
控制
like
和你的
your
这个腰
brains
腿之间
cannot
哈，
control
好像要
yourself, your
断开了一
movements.
样的感觉哈。这种是通常是中风，或者是 或者是一些更严重的病的一个先兆哈，这不太好。 因为属虎的呢，在今年呢
So to this year,
刑害啊
you are
两个
two
犯啊，
you are two
对太岁来
clashes
说
with
哈
Tai
挺
Sui.
不容易的啊。
It's not easy for
所以
you.
今年诸事不顺。
So everything will not be smooth sailing for
哦
you.
没有，他就是留了言刚刚。
所以这个是这个网友留言哈。
对。
那看当时我怎么讲的呢？
对。
叫无端是
非产生
牵制能量，影响情绪，属虎的不容易。
It's not easy for those born
皮肤肠胃
in the year of
腿脚容易出问题，
of
确实是这样。
Tiger.
那我感觉还是对的。所以我正在翻看，就是25年蛇年。
I'm seeing that the year
大家可以看到
2025, the
属
snake
虎的
year,
当中的，我对这些就是属虎的健康问题当中的一些解释。
you can see there's some explanations for those born in the year of
事业呢
Tiger.
属虎的事业呀，多波折，不容易出成就。
对，不出成就。对，所以在冲犯太岁的时候就是这样的，诸事不顺的。还有没有其他网友想聊一聊？
What about any other friends who
有
want
好
to
几个。
chat?
来，
There are a few.
来，这个叫我看叫什么？好，我们再来一位这个蔡家纯网友。
蔡家纯。
Hello， 你好，听得见吗
Hello, can you hear?
喂，家纯网友，你可以开一下麦克。
是我吗？
啊，是你，是你。对。
师傅
Hello,
你好
Master.
你好
好，感恩师傅。
Thank you,
上礼拜在新北禅堂没有能跟师傅说到话，我一直好想要跟师傅说话。
I really want to speak to
感恩师
masters.
父
I was in 新北
我在
last
台
week,
湾，
so I'm
在
actually
台湾
in
新
Taiwan,
竹。
新竹。
在新竹啊。
对，
哇
我上
难得难得
星期第一次去上师傅的课。
I recently participated
哦，
in
非常的
master
激动。
class, and I'm so excited.
好的，那你上次这个班上课还受益吗？
Do you benefited from the
受益非
class?
常的大。
Yes, a lot
我
of
现在
benefits.
我每天我其实是7月开始接触，
Actually, July,
就是从7月10号开始走
from July
八
the
卦
10th,
内
I
功，
started
然
energy
后我8
bakwa.
月有去台北
In
禅堂
August, I
上
go
课，
to
然
Taipei
后
to
10
join the
月再上
class,
师傅的
and
课。
in
这中
October
间
went for
我
master
的
class.
就是我中间就是每天都看师傅的
And
YouTube，
every day
师
I
傅的
watch
YouTube 的
master's
影片我
YouTube
一个一个
videos.
一个一个看，
I watch
对，然后
every YouTube
我就
videos.
是就是我不知道怎么形容，我这很难形容我的心情，我非常的激动。所以我上礼拜看到师傅的时候，眼泪一直
And
不
last
停
week
的
when I
掉
saw
耶。
masters, I kept crying, tearings.
真的非常感恩师傅，
And thank you,
就
masters,
是我
for
接触
me.
菩提禅修
I joined
这
Bodhi
对这几个月
meditations
以来，
over the last
我
few
的
months.
心情
My
平
heart,
静了
I
很
become a
多。
lot. I become a lot calmer.
对，因为原本
Because
就是
before that,
原本我很我觉得我很胆小，
I'm a
很
very
会想
timid
东想
person,
西，恐惧这个
and
恐
I
惧
have a
那
lot
个。
of fear.
今年我跟我的先生，
And this
我先
year,
生属虎，
my husband and
属
I,
老
the
虎，
husband
我
is
属
born in the
龙。
year of
然
Tiger
后
and born in the
今
year
年
of
我们两个
Dragon.
都就是发现癌症，
And this year,
然
both
后
of them
我
found
们
that they had
我
cancer.
我属龙嘛，所以我算50岁，
She's
然
50
后
this
先
year,
生52岁。
and the husband is 52 this year.
对，所以我
你们是2个人是同一年发现癌症
Do you find the
对
cancer
同
this
一
on
年
the
就是
same
我
year?
4月发现，然
Yes,
后
she found in
他是
April,
6
and the
月，
husband
就是
found
因为
out about his
我
cancer
先发
in
现以后
May.
呢，我
In
就叫他
June.
赶快去做健
Yeah,
康检
because
查，
after
然
she
后
found out, she
他也
asked her
发现
husband
这
to
样子，
go for a checkup,
然
and
后
then he also
就
found that he
是
had cancer.
我在就是有朋友知道我们的问题之后，他那个
Some friends
亲戚
know
家
about their
是
problems,
一个公庙嘛，然后他
and
就
they
有
have a
说
temple at
说
home.
我们是因为祖先，
So they say that it's because of
祖先可能有得罪
ancestors.
人家，然后被人家下咒这样子。
They have been,
然后
the
那个是在我
ancestors
接
have
触
been,
菩提禅修之前， 的事。然后
Someone is
后
causing
来我去
them harm
了
because of their
菩提
ancestors.
禅修之后，我了解到哦，这次上课我了解到
After she
忏悔
joined Bodhi
跟
meditations, she learned
做功
about
德，然后
accumulating
供养
merits and
布
also
施这些。
repent,
我
and
我
also
现
have
在
charitable
上课以后
givings.
我就了解了，
So after
所
the
以我
class,
知
she
道接
understood
下来
this.
我要做什
So
么
she
事
knew
情。这
very
样
well what she needs to do going forward.
对，
嗯，
所以我
对，关键你们两个同一年就检查出癌症来哈，这个确实是。那有没有别的问题？比如说你们有某种
So
饮食偏
besides
好吗？
besides this
没有哎，
do you have
我
any
觉得我自己
hobbies or any
最
likings?
冤枉的就是我已经吃的很健
For
康，
her
就
is
是
that
算
she
健
said that
康
she
了。
has been eating
就
very
当然假
healthy.
日吃
Of
外
course,
面餐
weekend
厅
they
也就
eat
算了，
in the
平常我
restaurant
是自己煮，
outside.
因为我是家
But
庭主妇。
normally she
然
cook
后呢，
herself
因为
because
我
she's a
女儿16
housewife.
岁，
But
我
because
从
her
我女儿
daughter
出
is
生
16, ever
开
since
始
her daughter is
我买的
born,
鸡蛋、买的牛
she
奶
bought
那
the
些都
milk,
是
even
就
the
是有
eggs.
机的，我尽
They
量
were
都是。
all
然
organic.
后
She
洗
tried
发
to
乳、
eat
沐浴
organic
乳我也
food.
都不用，就是用好，我是用有机，就是好
They
的。
use everything
所以
organic at
我
home.
们得知到这个的时
So
候，我
when they
们非
found
常
that they have
的，
cancer,
我觉得很冤枉。
they felt very shocked.
哦，洗头发的东西都是用有机的。
对，
那
然后
吃东西
我
会
不用
更讲究
沐浴乳，我不
So
用
she
沐浴
don't
乳，我是用
use
肥
the,
皂，
she
因为
used
我知
soap
道洗发精，对，洗发精、沐浴乳它有很多添加
because
其
she
他
knows
的
that there are a lot of
所以
additives
我是
in
干脆不洗。
shampoo. Maybe you should avoid even showering to use any of
对啊，
this.
所以就觉得很冤枉，而且我们现在也不熬夜。
也就是说，肯定不是因为饮食造成的。
So maybe what it means is that the cancer is not caused by food,
对，
right?
医
It's not.
生说不是
What did
因
the
为饮
doctor
食，
say? The
医
doctor
生
says
也
it's
这样
not of
说啦。
food. It's not because of food. That's what the doctors commented as well.
所以我刚开始知道的时候，非常的
So when she first
也
knew
不能说不
about
能
it,
接受，就是我非常的
she
惊
was
讶，然后不
shocked
知所措。
and she didn't
然
know
后
what to
再来就
do.
是因为我才50岁，
And also, she's also very young.
然
She's
后
only
女儿
50,
也还小，
and the daughter is
所
still
以
young.
那时候非常的不知所
So
措
at，that point in time, she
然
felt
后
very devastated,
就是心会很不平静这样子。
and she couldn't feel any sense of
然
calm.
后对啊，后来接触菩提禅修对我的帮
And
助
after Bodhi
很大，因
meditation,
为
she
就是
benefited
我就
greatly.
是知道该怎么做，
She knew what
然
to do.
后我就现在就照着师父的开示，就很多要做功德啊，然后要
And she know
忏
that
悔啊
it
这
is
些，我就
important
慢
to
慢。
accumulate
然后
merits.
我昨天又有去那个
And
禅堂
yesterday she
登记
went to
志
the
工表，我要
center.
开始
She want
去
to
禅堂
start
做
to
志工这样
become
子。
a volunteer.
哦，这很好啊，
That's
比在
very
家里
good.
做家庭主妇更有意义，就是。
因为我上礼拜我一直想要跟师父讲话，我师父
Actually,
就站
last
在我
week she
面
want
前，
to
可
speak
是
to
我没有
Master.
勇气开口。
But
我后
Master
来
was
回
in
来
front of
一
her, but
想，
she
一
didn't
直
have a
想
chance
哇，
to
我好希
speak
望
to
跟师父
Master.
说话，终于今天
So
终于
today her wishes has
不是
been
对着
fulfilled.
那么
好
多人，你也
开心哦。
不好意思开口啊。
就我就一直觉得我怎么这么胆小？
对你真胆小，叫谁都受不了哈。
但就是今天真的有这个机会，真的太开心了。
So today to have this opportunity,
好，
she's so
你
happy.
你想问点什么吗？
So do you think, is there anything that you'd like to ask?
我其实就是我其实想要知道那个祖先的事情，
Actually,
但
she
是
want to find out
已
about her
经就是
ancestor.
有很多师姐就说啊，
But
其
a
实
lot of
不
people
用
say
问了，
that
就
don't
是
have to
就是做
ask.
功德忏
You
悔那
just
些。
accumulate
但是我还
merits
是很
and
好奇的
repent.
知道，
But she's just curious
就是
about her
说
ancestors.
真的是祖先影响我们
Is it because of ancestors that affected her?
我觉得反正这个东西，这种事情没法去对峙。
Well, it's very
就像破
difficult
案的话，
to
它有对峙找证据，
investigate
对吧？
and
这种
find
事情没
find
没法
evidence.
去
That's
对
not
峙的。
possible to find evidence to support
但是我
this.
的你
But
这么说了之
personally,
后，我再简单
after
感觉一下的
I
话，
sense what you said,
这个你的问题不是祖先的事儿，
your
这个
questions is
是
nothing to do
外
with your
来的一种
ancestors.
侵略。
It's from
我
external
我不
forces.
知道是你们的前世，
I
或
do
者
not
说
know is
你
your
的长
past
辈得
life
罪了人，还是
or
说
your
都是你们得
ancestors
罪了人，
have
人
or
你
you
天生得罪人，
your
完了
husband
之后会
have caused
可
some
能有
harm
一
to
种神秘的
others.
力量呢，
And as a result,
想来
there's
剿灭
these
你。
forms, these
大概
forms
是
that
我的
try
一
to
种感
calm
觉。
to cause harm to you.
那请问师父，我该怎么
So
做？
Master, what should I do?
我
What
第一次
should...
遇到这个。
So this is the first time that Master has
真的
encountered
哦
this as well.
对，第一次遇到这个，就是说，对方用的这些方法可能还挺厉害的。
The method that he used is actually quite
对
strong. The forces that he used actually quite strong.
因为我们那一位就是他跟我们说是我们祖先被下咒，说他被下了一个什么白狼咒，他是这样
So
说
the
的。
person said is
连
that
名字都说出来
they have
对
been
所以
cursed
我们不知道
by
到
a
底是
white wolf cursed. So they are not sure what it is.
对，但是他也是就是叫我们先念经，
But
就是
he
回来
asked
先念
them
经，
to
他
chant
还没有
first.
说其他的。
He didn't
对
say
但后来我就接
anything.
触这边我就没有
But after
没有再
Bodhi
去问这样子。
meditation, she didn't go. She
因
didn't
为本
approach
来
them
就
to
是
ask
癌症这个事
further.
情是人见人怕的。
Actually, cancer is
如果
something
没有得这个
everybody
病，
is
医生没
fearful.
告诉你，
If
觉
the
得啥
doctor
都
didn't
怕
say you, you're
啥
not
都
fearful
怕
at
没有
all.
怕的事情。但是，一
对
得这个病，
But
这个病
once
本身给人压力是
Once
挺大
when
的
a person has cancer,
对
they start to
至少
have
目
fear
前还没有一种
because
药
there's
很
no
明确的
cure,
说把
no
这
very
个
no
对治。
absolute cure for
对
it.
对，那么像你呢，就是所以听到的人都会怀疑是不是
So
别的问题，而不是
People
病因问
listen,
题，
they
不
may
是
say,
吃饭
what
问
could
题，
be
对不对？
other reasons?
所以的话就是这样，我呢也是在感觉
So
之中
Master
呢，
says that he's also
我也感觉
sensing.
你祖宗
She
会被人
sensed
下
that
诅咒。我
maybe
就是感觉反正你们是在被诅咒之中。
she just sensed that they have been cursed.
对，因为你还要查更祖宗是否在被诅咒，我还没有看啊。
I should say that Master says that he
对，
had not
现
seen whether
在
the
你
ancestors
们
has
在
been
被诅
cursed.
咒之中，其实这个问题就是两个破解了。第一个就怎么
So
样
there are
破
two
解这样的一个
aspects.
咒。
One is how do you
那么第
break
二
the
个就是
curse?
说有什么方法对这个癌
And
症
are there
有效
methods that can help with
首
cancer?
先看到，因为你不是莫名的，还身体健康，也没有发现疾病，就说被人给诅咒了，说给你你也不信，对不对？
So you have
但
not
是
seen
确
the
实身
reason
体
and
有
you
了
said
这
you've
个
been cursed, you
医
probably would
生
not
警示
believe
你
it.
的这个
But
癌症问
after
题
the
的时候，
doctors have
才
proved
会
that
去怕，才会开
there's
始说
cancer,
那
and that's why
该
you
怎么办
start to have fear, to have fear
嗯，
and want to seek
我
treatment
没
or
没有
help.
遇到过，就是这个，反正在佛教来说的话呢，当我们产生了很严重的疾病的时候，
In
就
Buddhism,
是往往
when
就
there are
是
a lot
说
of
去
very
多
sickly
做功德，
disease, basically what they should
我
do is to
觉得
accumulate more
就是
merits.
大概是这样的，做功德、做供养、做塑
Make
菩萨金
offerings
身等等的
or
这些，反正能做
gild
的功德
the
尽量都
Buddhas,
做，
Bodhisattvas,
而
golden
且尽量
statue.
的尽量的能够有机会的话，就是身体力行去做一下。
好，
对
我有就是要去禅堂做志工这样子。
对，
有，
因为在外面你做了什么或者什么机构不一样，我们也不懂。
So if you go
在
outside, we do
禅
not
堂
know.
至少我们知道
But if
我
you're
们
a
禅堂在做
volunteer
什么，
at a center, at least we know what
我
we are
们在利
doing.
益众生。
We're helping all
好的
beings.
我这样，我抽空呢，到我在坐禅的时候呢，我也进去多看一看你
So-
的问题到底是
So
什么。
Master says that during
哦，谢谢师父，
meditations,
感恩
he'll
师
try to
父。
see what
我也
exactly
希
is
望
the
能看
problem
清楚。
because
但
Master
是
want to
但
see
是能
clearly.
看到疾病
But
和
whether
能
can
治掉疾
see
病
and
这是两
able
回
to
事。
clear the disease is two separate things.
对，所以我是努力去看一看，
谢
So
谢师
Masters will
父。
try his best to help
但是我也更希望的
to
是说，
see. But most
现在
importantly,
在现场在线的朋友们
Master
能
hope
记
that
起
all online friends,
希望你听到我的声
when
音
you
呢，
hear
你的疾
Master's
病就好了。
voice, your
感恩师父，收
disease
到
will
收
disappear.
到。
So you must say
还
receive,
有呢，所
Master.
有的在网上
And
联网的
all
朋友呢，你所有的疾
who
病
are
都会
communicated,
消失。
all your disease will
收
disappear.
到，
Thank you, Master. Got
你
it.
所有欠的外债
And
都
all
消
the
失，
debt will also
收到，
eliminated,
不用还了哈。
received. You don't have to pay back the
收
debt.
但
到。
是人家来找你要债，你还得还。
没有欠债。我每天都有看师傅的 YouTube。
这是我们把我们自己能做的部分去做完，
Actually, we do what we
其他
can.
部分就交给佛菩萨。
And other aspect,
好的。
we leave it to Buddhas and
谢谢
Bodhisattvas.
师父。
Thank you, Master.
就是说，我们在一个就是人的 对于寿命的看法上来说的话呢，通常我们都希望我们是更长寿哈。
All of us want to have longevities and health and good fortune.
但是也有的一些，我知道的有些挺好的修行人。
But some good cultivators, they have not done anything bad this year.
那我是觉得是他的使命完成了。
But they pass on in their 20s or 30s. I feel that they have fulfilled their
所以我们
missions.
对生死的观念的看法呢，也应该
So
重新定义
our
一下
perspective of life,
就
we
当
should
一个
change as
人
well.
这个你的确实是，就是你的使命完成了。
When you have
就是说
completed
你
your
首
mission
先是
in
一个有
this
大
life,
使命的人。
first of all, you're a
你
person
的
with
大使命完
missions.
成了之后，
So after
可
your
能
mission
下一
has
个
been
更大的使
completed,
命在等着
maybe
你。
you have another missions
比如说
awaiting you.
去解决什么摩羯国、摩羯星座上头的苦难众生。
Maybe to help
对吧？
another
所
stars,
以
the
那你
the
就得离
beings
开
in
人
the
类，
other stars,
这
and
个
that's
是
why
正
you
常
need to
的。
leave
但
the
只是
earth.
从
That's
人
normal.
本身的亲情友
But
情来
from the
说的话，
perspective of the
总会希望
humans' love
我
and
最爱的
relationships,
人
you
能
of
够我们
course
一
you
起
want
更
to be
长
with
寿、
that
更
person
长
that you
久
love for longer
啊，
time
更健康
periods,
幸福。
and you want to be able to enjoy
对
health
这
and
个生死
happiness
观
with
大
the
家
other
也重
person.
新看待一下。
But I think it's important for us to relook the life and death.
原本我是很害怕死亡，
Actually, initially she has a lot of fear for
我也
death.
很害怕亲人死
She's
死
also
亡，
very
这样我会
fearful
胡思
about the
乱想。
loved ones that die.
但我现在
But
要
now
学着
she
我要
has
跟
she
师傅多，
realized that she
就
has
是
to learn
学
from
要学的东西
Master,
还很多。
and there are a lot more
对，
things to learn
所
from
以我们
Master.
其实生死观念的时候，我
Indeed,
会
when
专
you
门
have
有一
viewed
期
life
呢，
and death a
会
bit
给大家
differently,
就是这样语
we
音聊生死的观
we
念。
may talk about this
对，其实
topic
聊了之后，很多事情就
because
解
a
开
lot
了。
of time after we have a chance to
好，
talk, then you will have
好，
new realizations.
我们讲完这个之后，并不代表说你就不行了哈。就是
嗯
因为人想到癌症的时候，就会想到去死亡，
Because a
或者
lot
很
of
短
time
的
we
在
think
目
about
前内的
cancer,
生
we
命
think
是吧？
about death or
嗯，
your life
那我也
coming
是
to
觉
an
得人类
end.
的生命的本身，
But what
它就
actually
是
is
是
human's
整个
life?
人类灵魂大生命当中的一个小
Human
部分。
lives is only a portion
哎，
of
就
the
是一部大电
spiritual
影当
life
中的
of the
2
human.
张胶片而已。
It is just
我
like
们在
one
人类
film
世
or
界
two films
最
in
多
the
活
entire
180 年
life.
嘛，所以
Because
活180
in
年
this
和50
world we
年、
can
30
only
年
live
其实没
80
太
to
大的差
100
别。
years. So
就
the
是离世那
incremental
一刻
difference
人
is
带给
not
人的情绪的
significant.
感受哈，
But it's just that upon
意
death,
思
the
就是
pain that
情
it
感不
brings to a
舍。
loved one. Why?
嗯
Because
对，在世
they
的
don't
人
want
不
to
想走，
they
是
don't
吧？
want
亲
to
人
leave
呢，也
one
不希望
another.
你走，
Because the one
往
who
往这样。
departed didn't want to leave
对，
because they have
但
love
是
for
早
the
早晚
people
晚
they are
有些人
living.
都会在那一方
But
面那么去聚会。
eventually,
嗯
everyone will
我说
see
的
each
你是
other
大
again
众
in
都是
the
这样。
other world. I'm not talking
好的，
about you, but
嗯，
everyone.
所以呢，我们不要害怕死
So do
亡，
not be
也不
fearful
要害
of
怕轮
death,
回。
and do not be
好的，
fearful of
嗯，
samsara.
收到。
所以我们有使命的话，我们在
So
身边
if we
使命
have
完成，
missions,
就是完成
once our
下一个
mission
使
is
命
completed
啊。
here,
所
we
以
need to
这
move on to
这
our
个这一
next
份情
missions.
感很难分难
And
舍，
all
这一
this
点来
love
说
that you have
就要
for
去
one
看开
another,
它。
you must learn
好
to
的，
let go.
好，我们聊完天之后，希望你的疾病消失。
So I hope that after the
收
chat,
到，
the
收
disease will
到，谢谢
disappear.
师傅，感恩师傅，
啊，
Thank you,
好，佛菩
Master.
萨保佑你。
Buddhas and
感恩师
Bodhisattvas
傅，谢谢
protect
师
you.
傅。
Thank you,
好，
Master.
谢谢，下次再聊。
好。
好，给大家聊了还已经不少了哈。
So we chatted quite a lot
我
already.
们上来啥都聊哈，
Now discussion is open topic.
生死啊，
We talk about life, talk
这
about
个
death.
流年运程啊
We，also talk
你看
about
流
the
年运还真
challenges
挺
in
准
Tai
的，
Sui year.
对吧？你
So
去
it
年
looks
咱
like
们
Tai Sui year, the challenges
对
are
这
quite
个
real. We have been quite accurate in it.
对蛇年运程哈，你看几个属相的，还
So if
真
you
是
look
有
at
点
those that born
遇
in
上
those
基本
years
上对
with
付了。
clashes, you can see that indeed they had
所
a
以
more
这
difficult
个
and
从
challenging
历
years.
史以来哈，
So
我
since
们过去的
historical
这些
time,
哲人到神人，
from a
让
lot
这套
of the
规律
great
规
philosopher,
则总结
they
下来
have already
哈。那
understood the
我呢，
law
个
of
人也在
nature.
讲
And personally, before I speak this, I also enter into the state of meditations, and I start to see some logics. So a lot of things I feel are actually based on my intuitions, although it's not complete. But broadly speaking, the feelings is quite accurate. For those that are born in the year of tiger or snake or monkey or pig, maybe and monkey and pig, indeed, they will not be so smooth sailings. Some may not want to talk about some artists. They also had some issues as well, and they happened in this year because when they clashes with Tai Sui. For those that's 48 years old, there are few of them, 48 or 36. They all died in the year that they clashes in Tai Sui. Because these are famous people, we don't really want to talk about them more. Some people say, oh, look, they are born in the year of this year, they have clashes with Tai Sui, and that's why they lose their money. Or some actually lose their investment. Because you work so hard to make some money. It doesn't matter what type of business you are at. Maybe you're in art or in business. When you're 48, you're 36, you have accumulated some money and you lose that money. You've forgotten that this is the year that there's clashes with Tai Sui, and you don't want to have major movement, and you don't want to be too greedy. So in 25, those in the snake, tiger, monkey, and pig years, first, no investment, and in the jobs, do not try to change to a higher level of career, and also don't expect to be very healthy, but you just want to just maintain your health. Do not change jobs, no buying, and in fact, you don't want to get married this year. So be it this year. You can write the letter to me. You can write to Master.
写到我们的邮箱驼队803@gmail.com，
驼队803
是
TUODUI
803@gmail.com。 还有 FB 上都会登出来。
So you place on FB and YouTube.
查询
You'll be able to search for it.
那个留言区里面已经贴出来了，然后一会儿帖文上也会更新。欢迎大家发你的故事过来。
We welcome you to share your stories with us.
好，就是如果你有相关的这种故事呢，我们会把你的名字改一下。
If you have relevant stories, we will block your name. But if your story is relevant for us, we'll definitely share the stories.
但是有故事分享出来也是个很慈悲的。
It is also a very compassionate thing to do if your stories can be shared and learned by all.
各种的慈善的事情能够转危为安。
We hope that all will be able to break free from all the challenges in this year and let it be auspicious. It be an auspicious year. So that all challenge or trouble will be auspiciousness. That is our intention. So if you have relevant stories and experience, be it yourself or your friends, and the stories is quite interesting, it's quite complete, I like to use those stories. Well, if your story is like, well, during this Tai Sui years, they had an accident. Well, that's okay, but it's not interesting enough. And if you have the stories and you have conversations and you have between your, then it becomes more interesting conversation with topics. Later, we will post the website, the Gmail address onto FB as well, Facebook as well. So we welcome you for your stories. And wishing all auspiciousness, wishing all health and happiness. We see you on Sunday.